It's good to see you again. Grab a glass of whatever tickles your fancy and a seat, and let's have a conversation. I'm sitting in front of my vinyl record collection, and today I'm going to discuss the Elvis Costello and the Attractions song, Lipstick Vogue. I love this song. It was first released on Elvis Costello and the Attractions' 1978 album, This Year's Model. Lipstick Vogue is also on their Live at the Mocambo LP, and this is the version that I'm going to share with you. Live at the Mocambo was recorded in Toronto, Ontario on 6 March 1978. 6 March 1978! 1978, the 6th of March! That was 47 years ago today. The album recording was a Chum FM radio and a CBS Records Canada presentation. This record was recorded for distribution to Canadian radio stations to entice them to play songs from Elvis Costello and the Attractions albums This Year's Model and My Aim Is True. Both incredible albums as well. You should check those out. In 1996, Live at the Mocambo was released to the public for consumption, so you could purchase it at that point. The copy I have is one of the original 1978 pressings that was sent to the Canadian radio stations. For me, it's Pete Thomas's drumming that draws me to this song. Just fantastic. Modern Drummer magazine wrote about Pete's drumming on Lipstick Vogue this way. They wrote, "Killer intro here. A frenzied snare and tom combination that slides neatly into tightly coiled double time." As a drummer, I think that's fantastic, and that's one of the reasons why I'm drawn to this song. It's just, I think, just killer. The first I heard Elvis Costello and the Attractions was when my high school friends and I were about 16 or 17 years old. Steve and I were at a friend Jay's place in his basement. We were playing pool, and Jay put on his sister Donna's Costello album. I believe it was Armed Forces. Not sure. I'm sure one of them will call me and correct me. We were sold. It was fantastic, and we were sold. In 1978, we were into rock music, punk music, and now with Elvis Costello and the Attractions, we were sold on the new music that was labeled New Wave. The mid to late 70s were an amazing time for music, and we were lucky to be teenagers at that time, my opinion. And I'm sure there are many who agree or disagree with me on that, but for me, it was an amazing time for music. I'm certain over the years you've heard Elvis Costello and the Attractions albums or songs, Elvis Costello and the Imposters, or Elvis Costello solo albums. Some of the songs that I really enjoy are Accidents Will Happen, Radio, Radio. I love that song, it's one of my faves. Pump It Up, Pump It Up. The Angels Want to Wear My Red Shoes, Pretty Words, New Lace Sleeves, Watching the Detectives, High Fidelity, Oliver's Army, Every Day I Write the Book. Apparently, Elvis didn't think that was worthy of radio play, and it became a huge hit. Allison, also another huge hit. Pretty Words. What's so fun about peace, love, and understanding? Yeah! Okay, I know I shouldn't sing, but that's also one of my faves. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? We could use some of that in the world today, I can tell you. Also, Elvis Costello had a TV show that was produced by Elton John and David Furnish. The show was through Channel 4 in the UK and CTV here in Canada. The show ran for 2 years in 2009 and 2010, and it was called Spectacle. My wife and I loved it. We didn't miss an episode when it was on TV. Elvis interviewed and played songs with various notable guest musicians such as Elton John, obviously, Ron Sexsmith, one of our faves here in Canada. Every time he comes to Atlantic Canada, we go see him. Bruce Springsteen, James Taylor, Tony Bennett, Rufus Wainwright, and the Police. There's a whole list more, but I've noted just a few here. There's a link below in the narrative if you want to go through and watch the episodes. Highly recommend them. Fantastic. So, what happened in 1978 when Elvis Costello and the Attractions recorded live at the Mocambo, the vinyl that was sent only to radio stations to entice them to play Elvis Costello songs? Well, here are a few things. The People's Republic of China lifts the ban on works by Aristotle, William Shakespeare, and Charles Dickens. Now this one's a little morbid. Charlie Chaplin's coffin and his remains from his grave were stolen in Switzerland in an extortion plot. Imagine. The punk band, the Sex Pistols, held their final concert, and interestingly, as I speak, the Pistols are soon to tour again with a new singer. The Bee Gees LP, Saturday Night Fever, reaches #1 and stays #1 for 24 weeks, selling over 40 million copies. Bob Marley holds One Love Peace concert in Jamaica. The last TV episode of Columbo, starring Peter Falk, is aired. I loved that show as a kid, and he ended the episode just before he got the bad guy going, just one more thing. One more thing. Paul McCartney's Wings released the song With a Little Luck. We sure could use a little luck today, can we not? Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm going to play a little bit of Lipstick Vogue for you from Live at the Mocambo on vinyl from that album. To listen to the full song and the full concert, you can see the link below in the narrative. Visit Elvis Costello's website at elviscostello.com. The link is below in the narrative as well. And don't forget to purchase Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Elvis Costello and the Imposters, or Elvis Costello solo records. There's nothing like listening to music on vinyl. Thanks again. We'll see you next week for another episode of Needham Hill's Vinyl Discussion. Now I'm going to put it on for you. It's really cool to have an original. One of the ones that was submitted to the radio stations. See you next week. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate your time. Bye.